Hey, it's April from the Noble Garden, and today, as you can tell behind me, we are going to plant tomatoes again. I know that I released a tomato video last week about planting tomatoes, and you're probably wondering, why am I making another video? Well, I'm making another video because I planted these different than I planted those behind me, and I wanted to show you what the difference is. So when me and my husband were preparing this bed, I made you guys a little clip that shows you what is different about this bed. So I'm gonna let you watch that clip right quick and then we'll continue. So this bed is gonna be a little different than the other beds. I want to try a new technique that I have watched from another YouTuber for years now, and he just grows really good vegetables and fruit and stuff. So I just want to see if it could do the same for me. And so I've decided to try it on my tomato plants. This bed is nothing but tomato plants. So I did layer it with cardboard, tree branches, sticks, that kind of stuff, leaves, and ash. And I did one very low layer of soil. And now I'm gonna put my secret ingredient in. And my secret ingredient is fish. And I did do some research to make sure I have some information for you guys of why fish is good for the garden. And so what I read is not only does it provide the nitrogen, which we all know it does because there's a such thing that we use as fish emulsion, but it also has a lot of trace minerals that are good for the garden. And it actually dates back to all the way to the Native Americans. They used to do it this way too. So I'm very interested in this. So let's lay some fish down. To get my hands on fish. This is my first being able to try it. My dad actually saved all this fish for me. So this fish was provided to me from my dad. Me and my oldest daughter are very interested in fishing, and then it's actually part of our future plans is to fish to provide this for our garden. Don't even think about it, Nora. The fish, and that keeps the smell of the decaying down, and that way you don't have animals digging into your garden bed, messing up your plants for the decayed fish. So I do want to talk about this a little bit more. I decided to put it in this way because this bed's not done, and so instead of digging individual holes, putting the fish in, covering it back up, that kind of thing, it was easier to do this because this bed needs to be filled. If this works out and I like the results in the future, yes, I'm gonna have to dig a hole, put the fish in, put the lime in, and then cover it back up and then plant my plant. And that's how most people do it when they do fish this way. However, like I said, this bed's not done anyway, so I decided to do it this way. I look forward to showing you guys the results. So let us finish putting the soil in, and we'll get to planting some tomatoes. So now that you watch that clip, you'll see that I decided to add fish as a fertilizer. And that is based off of a couple of YouTubers that I've watched who've had very good success with it. I did dig a hole, and we will be putting stuff in the hole just like we did the other plants. So even though I put garden lime on the fish, I'm still gonna put just a little bit in each hole because I wanna make sure that the plants get the lime. The other thing I'm gonna put in this is Epsom salt, and Epsom salt gives it magnesium, which is one of their trace elements that they like. So together, these two work really good to battle blossom end rot. And this row of tomatoes are mainly my slicers and my pasters. My slicer tomatoes and my paste tomatoes. Paste tomatoes are really known for blossom end rot. So I most definitely want to nick into those if possible. And the other thing I'm going to plant them with is my worm castings. And I do that because that is just a very soft but very good fertilizer. Once I get them planted in, I am going to water them in really good. I'm also going to water them in with a mixture of fish emulsion and micro, I cannot say that word right, but I will put it up on the screen. And so, sorry, Nora is still learning the rules of the garden. So every once in a while I gotta make sure she's not eating a plant. Nora! Anyways, so the micro that I cannot pronounce is a fungi that's really good for developing roots. And so I want to give these a good chance for their root production. And then fish emulsion is just another light fertilizer. It's already liquid and not powder, so it works more immediate than the powder stuff does. And so we will see what that does. So I do have 30 holes and 30 plants out here already. I will not make you watch me plant 30. I'm going to plant a few so you can see the whole difference, and then I have another announcement I'm going to make before the end of this video. So let's plant. And I guess while I plant them, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about at least this one, because I don't know, there's like 3 of these, so I don't know how much down the line I'm going to go. But this is Dr. Witchy. It's a yellow tomato, and ever since I tried it for the first time, it has been my favorite. It may have been replaced by a red tomato called Triple Crop, and Triple Crop's at the bottom, and it is a big red one. It has got the best flavor I've ever tried on a red tomato. So I'm very excited, at least for those two. Of course, I'm excited for every single thing I grow. But anyways, let's get Dr. Witchy in at least on camera, and then I will announce my other news. Let me put this down for you guys to actually see me plant this. Okay. So the hole's here. Worm castings. Epsom salt. Just a little bit more lime. I'm not gonna put a whole lot. I do always cover this up a little bit, and then we'll put our plant in. And like I said in my other video, you do bury it as deep as you can. Some of these plants of mine are gigantic, and so I really won't be able to plant them too deep. This one, I should be able to plant pretty deep. He's a smaller guy. All right, there's one Dr. Witchy in. All right, there you go. Let's go. There's 3 of 65 in for today. So you're also going to notice that these are being grown up, these cattle panels, which if you have followed me last year, you would have known that that's how I do my tomato plants. And what I do is I have these little white clips, and you'll see them throughout the year, that as they get taller, I'll clip them to here. This has been in the past my favorite way of growing tomatoes. I have them this material enough to do this row of it, so that's why I did it. I did not have materials to do another couple rows, and so that's why I'm trying the Florida weave on the other rows. So the other announcement I wanted to make is that I am going to be entering a friendly YouTube tomato grow off with Dean Family Acres. Thank you, Dean Family Acres, for inviting me to participate. This is just a way for me to get to know other people just like me, and doing this YouTube world together. It's friendly. It's just something to put us all together. I am looking forward to it. Last year was one of the biggest tomatoes success that I had, and I think I had a close to a pound, 1 pounder, which I know is not very big. I'm hoping that my new fish trick will help me make bigger ones. But I have 4 plants that I suspect will make me the biggest tomatoes, and that'll be my triple crop, my Cherokee Purple, my Dr. Witchy, and German Johnson. Of course, I'm growing all kinds of slicers, so they may not be the one that gets me the biggest tomato, so watch out for that. I will show you the progression, and we will tape together how big. Like when I see a big one, we'll tape together the weights. We'll keep up in a book, you know, the weights and everything, and we'll see what the biggest tomato is that we grow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do thank you guys for watching, and remember, if you like my videos, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.